Hi, good evening. Welcome. This is Thursday and it's 8 p.m. and we're here. We are live. This is the weekly live webinar of the Advanced Lounge community. Thank you so much for being here. Yes, who is in the house? Let me see your comments in the comment section if you're here and you can hear me, you can see me. Let me just see your comments in the comment section. Thank you. I see you guys already. So who is here? Let me see your comments in the comment section. This is Thursday and it's 8 p.m. and you know how we do this. We come up here live for our weekly live webinar. Thank you so much for being here. Let me see your comments in the comment section. Let me know that you can see me and that you can hear me and you are, glad and happy to be here. Thank you so much for being here and for always, tuning in, for coming up when we are here and we are live. You are here and you are live as well. So thank you so much, for being here with us. We do not take this for granted at all. Thank you. I see you, Sharon. I see you, Tochi. Welcome, everyone. How has your day been? Thank you so much, for being here this evening as we do this together. Thank you. We are grateful for doing this with us every week. Every Thursday is 8 p.m. and we're live and we're here, and just like that you are here with us as well. Thank you so much for being here. And as I said earlier, this is the weekly live webinar of the Advanced Lounge community. Hi, Oneness, I see you. And what we do in these sessions, basically, they are learning sessions where we just come together to learn, to explore topics that border on our personal, growth journey. Everything about personal development is on our radar right here on our weekly live webinars. And as usual, tonight, we're going to be looking at a topic that, impacts us directly on this journey of personal growth. And as I mentioned, this is coming to you from the Advanced Lounge community. And the Advanced Lounge community is just a haven, it's a community of people who are just learning and growing and, just evolving, becoming better versions of themselves. And that is what we do in the Advanced Lounge. We're a community of people who are just learning and growing and becoming more valuable, because we understand that if you want to make a bigger contribution, whether it's to your home, whether it's to your workplace, whether it's to your community at large, you need to develop yourself, you need to equip yourself, you need to become more valuable yourself so that you can now translate that value into the spaces that you operate. And so in the Advanced Lounge, it's common knowledge that we say that the change begins with us. And that's not just cliche, that's not just something that people say. The change, we actually understand that the change that we desire, the change that we want to see in our circumstances, in our nation, in our community, in our homes, in our workplaces, the change that we want to see necessarily start with us. And so here the focus is on us. We are learning how we can become better versions of ourselves so that we can translate that value into the spaces that we operate. And so I bid you a very, very warm welcome. Hi, Jam Enoch. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you. Yes, he says he's watching and listening live from Lagos State. Thank you so much for being here, and thank you to everyone, for coming up live. And we're going to go into the topic of the evening very shortly. But before we do that, my name is Tracy Akbera. I'm a personal success coach, and I'm the founder and the anchor of the Advanced Lounge community. My job is to show you the possibilities that exist, and I dare say that the possibilities, they are limitless, they are endless. There are grounds for you to take, there are heights for you to attain, there are territories for you to conquer. And I will show you just the possibilities that exist, and I'll show you how to get from where you are to where you want to be. I want to tell you that it is not what the vision that you have, the dreams, your goals, your aspirations, they are not only possible, they are actually predictable. But one thing, you have to bend down, you have to do the work. There is work to be done for you to take those grounds, for you to cover those grounds and take the territories and climb those heights. It is possible, it is predictable, but you have to do the work. And when you are equipped with the knowledge, so it's common for me to say, when you know better, then you can do better. And so our weekly live webinars are just knowledge sharing sessions, absolutely free of charge to everybody. That knowledge sharing sessions where we equip ourselves, where we can know better and then we can do better. And so basically, you are here this evening to know better, and I congratulate you, for being here. We are here to know better, to equip ourselves so that we can translate that knowledge. We can begin to work on it. We can begin to implement it. We can begin to execute them, and so that we can have the kinds of results, the kinds of outcomes that are consistent with what with our vision, with our goals, with our plans and our aspirations. And so I congratulate you, for being here this evening, and I thank you for joining us as well. Hi everyone, I can see you. Yes, let me see your comment. I see more people coming in online. Let me see your comment. Let's see your name, where you are joining us from, where you are hearing me, where you are listening, where you can see me from. I like to just know, who is in the room. So we're going to do this together, guys. As always, I like energy in the room. So let's do this together as much as is possible. Let's see that you are following. Let me see your comment in the comment section to let me know what you can hear, what's resonating with you, so that you're able to pick the lessons from what we are saying, and just drop your comments. Let me know what's resonating with you, what you can hear me say, and how it's all coming across, to you. So I need energy from the room. I need that interaction. Let's do this together, guys. Yes, let's go. And so this evening, very, very interesting. We're going to be talking about stress and pressure, but not in the way that you would expect to talk about stress and pressure. And let me give a caveat. I know that I'm heavy. I talk about self-care a lot. I know that because it's very important for everyone, for the individual. I say the focus is on you. So as much as the focus is on the person must also take good care of themselves, because you are the centerpiece. You are the centerpiece of your life. Everything in your life, it revolves around you. Hi, Oge. I see you, Oge. Thank you so much for being here. Yes, thank you. Yes, we're getting right into it. So I say self-care is a necessity. Self-care is in fact is expedient. We don't only encourage it, we actually emphasize self-care in the advanced lounge community. But this evening, we're not talking about pressure and stress in the aspect of taking care of yourself. We're going to try to see, how do we begin to spin, how do we begin to translate the pressures, the stresses that we go through, that we feel, to begin to harness it for our personal transformation. Yes, everything is about the person. So you will hear personal, you will hear self a lot as we speak, but just because, so that you would know that you are the piece, you are the centerpiece, you are the centerpiece of attention. So the focus is on you, and it's a good thing. The focus is on you, and it's for good, because the better you get, the more the better everything around you gets, because it's like everything revolves around you. Yes, your life revolves around you. So whether it's your parenting, whether it's your marriage, whether it's your work, whether it's your spirituality, your physical health, whatever it is, everything in your life actually revolves around you. So you ought to take you more seriously. That is why an investment in yourself is not a waste of time. It's not a waste of resources. It's not a waste of time. It's actually the most important thing you can do, because when you invest in yourself, in growth and in your transformation, in your evolving, and you are necessarily saying that you take every other thing around you very, very seriously, because that growth that you experience, that change, that transformation will come to bear in every aspect of your life. And so that is why it is very, very key. Yeah, so we're talking about stress and pressure. If you're on the YouTube channel, please, if you have not subscribed, just hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and share as well. These sessions are free for everyone, so get as much people as you can, invite as many people as you can into the session, so that we can learn together. Remember that you ought to be growing. Your circle, the people in your circle, ought to be growing as you are. So it is not out of place for you to share and to invite others, to learn as you are learning. So how do we turn that pressure into power? We're looking at how to harness stress and pressure for personal transformation. So thank you so much for being here, and we'll get right to it. So in this session, we expect to just understand a little bit about stress and pressure, and we're going to look at the dual nature of stress and pressure, and how then we'll begin to transform this into growth and our personal transformation. So that is what, and then we're going to quickly look at some practical tools as well, that we can begin to use to begin to turn stress and pressure into something that is actually useful to us, into something that works for us, or into something that is a tool for our personal transformation. So what is pressure? What is stress? So that physical or mental tension that you get when there are demands and expectations on you. So you are pressured when there are expectations. All of a sudden there is this to be done, there is that to be done, there is this to be done. We have all felt pressured at one point or the other when demands are placed on us, and then we feel, you can either feel it in your body or you even feel it mentally. There was a time at work, and I'm alone I'm right alone in my office, and I'm under immense pressure. Nobody is talking to me. I'm not talking to anybody, but the work itself put me under so much pressure that I feel it in mentally, and I feel it in my body, even though I'm not in any physical exercise with anybody. And that is what pressure does. When there are expectations, when there are timelines or deadlines, when you have deadlines to meet and all that, then there are these pressures, because those expectations are, and those demands are exerted upon you. Then you begin to feel pressure. So that is what pressure is. So that physical, that mental tension that you feel in yourself, in your body, or even in your mind, and it's exerted by demands, by expectation. That is pressure. And many times when you have gone through that moment, you just feel, you feel the tension actually leaving your body. You were under pressure. So many of us are used to pressure. In fact, I know that on many CVs, on many people, many people on their CVs, they say the ability to work under pressure is normal. Many times you see on people's CVs, they say, I have the ability to work under pressure. So we actually use it to sell ourselves, that we have the ability to work under pressure. So what I'm trying to say, that everybody has experienced pressure at one point or the other. Maybe as a student writing exams, there are all kinds of times that you feel pressure, and that tension, that mental exertion or physical exertion that you feel when there are all those demands and expectation. That is pressure. And then stress is your body's response to that pressure. So you remember, you said about, when we're talking about pressure, we're talking about that exertion, that tension that is on your, that you feel physically and mentally. So your body's response to that pressure is that you begin to feel stressed. You begin to feel stressed, and you begin to respond to that pressure. And that response to that pressure, that is stress. Your body and your mind will not come under that stress. So pressure is that exertion, that tension you feel, that exertion that is caused by expectation and demand. And then stress is your body's response to that. So in response to that pressure, you now begin to feel stressed. You feel stressed in your mind, you feel stressed in your body. That is the stress, and it's a response, is your body's response, to pressure. And then one thing that you must note now is that pressure can be positive or can be negative. Sorry, the response, your body's response to that pressure, can be positive or can be negative. So when it's positive, they call it eustress. When it's negative, they call it distress. So eustress, positive; distress is negative. Who's with me who's with me here? Eustress, positive; distress is negative. So that stress, you are responding to pressure, and it can be in two ways. It can be positive or it can be negative. Stick with me. It's not too technical. We're getting into it. So stress can be positive or it can be negative. So we're looking at how we want to harness this stress and begin to use it in our favor, use it for our personal transformation, use it to work for us. So positive stress is the one that will now motivate you. It will not energize you and drives performance. That's positive stress. So positive stress is what you can actually begin to harness, to begin to use, because what it does to you, that it motivates you. It energizes you, it drives your performance. That is the positive expression of that stress. While negative stress will overwhelm you. So when you feel overwhelmed, when you feel hindered, and when you feel burnt out, that is negative stress. So you feel overwhelmed. So when you say things like, I'm overwhelmed, how many people have said it? How many people have said it in today? or in the past 3 days or in the past 1 week, I am overwhelmed. Negative stress. Negative stress. And I'm here to tell you that you are in control. Help me write in the comment section, I'm in control. So whether you manifest negative stress or positive stress, you are in control. Remember, we said that stress is your body's response to pressure. So whether you manifest that stress positively or negatively, it's all in your hands. I'm in control. Let me write in the comment section, I am in control. I am in control. When you say I'm in control, yes, I see you, Nino. I see you. Thank you. I'm in control. It puts the responsibility on you, which is where we are going. Remember, I said the focus is on you. The focus is on you. So whether you get to manifest this stress positively or you get to manifest it negatively, you are in control. You get to decide. You get to decide how you manifest stress. Whether you are going to feel, oh, overwhelmed, like the world is on my head, oh, everything is all over, oh, this one, oh, that one, or you're going to allow that stress to motivate, to energize, and to drive your performance. But one thing you should know, that you can use pressure and stress for your growth. You can use the pressure and the stress. So we cannot take away pressure situations. We are going to always, pass through one pressure situation or the other. We cannot also take away the fact that our body is going to respond one way or the other. We are going to respond. So that one, you make peace with it. Make peace with the fact that you are going to pass through one form of pressure or the other at one point or the other, whether it's at work, whether it's in your family, whether it's in Nigeria. In Nigeria now, the cost of fuel is putting a lot of pressure on a lot of people. All this is our pressures. There are pressures that you would feel, but how do you respond? That's the stress. How does your body respond to all these pressures? You are in control of the response. So that's what is called responsibility. You are in control of how you respond. Really, you are not in control of everything that happens around you. That one is true. You cannot be in control whether it rains or it doesn't rain. There are a lot of things that you are not in control of. But what you are in control of is that you are in control of how you will respond, how your body responds, which is the stress. How your body responds, you can now choose to manifest that response in the negative or in the positive. And which do you choose? Do you choose to manifest it negatively or positively? You get to decide. That is why you say you are in control. Yes, I see you, oneness, distress, eustress, positive, distress is negative. Yes, and oneness says new knowledge gained tonight, and we are just getting started. Oh, Tochiku says I'm in control, whether positive or negative. Yes, yes, yes. Hi, Gloria. Good evening and welcome. Tochiku said negative or positive stress. Whoa, good to know. Yes, we are learning. Thank you for being here and for following. Yeah, so you get to manifest whichever one, but just know that pressure which can help you, to grow. Pressure can be act as a catalyst for change. It can now force you to start to develop new skills and new perspectives. Know that we have already established it, that we cannot take away pressure. We are going to pass through pressure at one point or the other. That one is given. And also, we are going to respond to that pressure. So there's going to be stress in one way or the other. But you get to decide whether it's the negative or the positive. And what this does to you is that you are not going to develop new skills. So when you now manifest in the positive stress, when you don't allow your stress or the pressure to overwhelm you, you don't allow it to hinder you, you don't allow yourself to get burnt out, what do you now do with the positive stress? You are now able to develop new skills, new perspectives, to help you, through. Yes, Regina says pressure can help me grow. Absolutely. So when you are not able to develop new skills and new perspective, it's going to push you to think creatively. Remember, you are giving yourself. We have left the side of negative, because I know that as you are here and you are listening to me, you have already discarded negative stress. We are now looking at how we are going to begin to harness positive stress for it to begin to work for us. So it will force you, it will help you, it will make you to begin to develop new skills and new perspectives. You are going to begin to think creatively. You're going to begin to think of new ways of doing things that will help you, to grow, to solve problems, to build that resilience that doesn't allow you to give up. Some people say, I'm overwhelmed, I can't do it. No, I can. No, 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 no. You can't give in. I like to say that our journey of personal growth, our journey of personal development is not a short-term journey. It's not a touch and go journey. It's in for the long haul. You are in it for the long haul. Help me write in the comment section. I'm in this for the long haul. It's not that today you will do and take, tomorrow you will discard. No, I'm in this for the long haul. You need to enter into that mind space, and we're going to talk about that in a short while. You need to begin to enter into that mind space when you know that this thing is, there is no going back for me. This thing is ahead. We push forward, we press on, we pin. Hey, let me write it. I need it to do this with me. We pin. You're not going backwards, we are going forward. So you begin to think of ways to become more resilient, to solve your problems, to think creatively. And what you are doing is that you are trying to push yourself to new heights on your personal development journey, which is what you want, which is what we don't want to be stagnant in one place. We don't want to be moving around one mountain, you keep on moving in circles and circles. No, we want to be able to make that progress and move forward. No matter how little you are moving, you must make sure that you are consistently moving forward. That is the goal. The goal is not that you are comparing yourself with anybody. The goal is not that, that person has moved 1,000 steps and I've not moved on. No, the goal is that you are moving forward consistently, no matter how small. And this is how to do it. When you begin to turn those pressures, you begin to take the pressure, take the stress and spin it around into something that will help you, to think creatively, to build that resilience, to solve those problems, and ultimately to push yourself forward. And also, stress also is a catalyst for transformation, because what stress will do is that it will push you out of your comfort zone. It will make you to adapt and be resilient. Stress should push you out of your comfort zone. So remember, we're no longer talking about the negative stress. What the negative stress will do to you, and I will tell you a little bit about my story here. What the negative stress will do to you is that the negative stress will, the thing is already too hard. So my job was very stressful. So I would just come back. Everything, job, family, everything is so stressful. You will now watch TV. You will now watch Netflix. Or let me say this was my pattern. I'll come back from work and I'll say, I've had a very stressful day. The day has been so stressful. I want to relax. I will now, after settling everybody and the family, I will now download Netflix. I will now eat all kinds of junk. In my mind, that is relaxing. What I was doing was that I was giving myself a way out. I was just sinking deep. I was allowing the stress to swallow me, to do things that were not moving me forward in any way. And that is what, if you allow it, you will give yourself a way out and the stress will swallow you. So the stress is true. Remember, I said that it's not that we're not taking away the fact. The fact is that the pressure is there. The fact is that you feel stressed. But there is a way that you can now begin to use that stress to move forward and not to settle, not to sink deeper. But if you allow it to, that stress you will use it, you will sink deep into the comfort zone. You will not do anything useful. You will use that stress, and the stress is true. But you will use that stress as a way out, and you will not do anything useful, and you will keep sinking deep, but no more. Now we know better. Instead of that, we'll use that stress to begin to help us to push ourselves out of the comfort zone and even adapt ourselves and become more resilient, even in the face of the pressures and even of the challenges. So just know that when you're able to harness stress properly, you will push yourself beyond that comfort zone. What you will do is that you begin to find new coping mechanisms. You begin to become more flexible in the face of whatever challenge, in the face of whatever stress, and you begin to build emotional strength and mental strength that will help you to build the resilience and prepares you to handle future challenges even more effectively. So that is what you will use the stress for. You will not sink, you will not allow the stress to swallow you. No, you will not allow yourself to sink deep into this. Instead, you use it as a springboard to spring yourself, to push yourself forward, to begin to do things, to handle even greater challenges, greater stresses ahead better, and to be able to push yourself forward and even gain more ground in the future. So together, pressure and stress, when we understand them properly and we manage them properly, they can be powerful tools for us on our personal development journey, because they help us to evolve, to change. They help us to overcome limitations, and importantly, we will use them to achieve our goals. We will use them to achieve our goals. Thank you so much. I, Chinyere, my MPW woman in the house. We pin ahead. Yes. Nino says consistency is the word. Correct. Shekina says it's helping me to grow. Yes. Tochi says I'm pin, moving forward, not going backward at all. Nino says stress should push you out of your comfort zone. Absolutely. Stress should push you out of your comfort zone, not allow it to swallow you up. And that is what we are here, to explore tonight. How we can use that stress to push ourselves forward. Don't allow it to swallow you, because I'm telling you, and this is a personal experience, firsthand. If you allow that stress, you will wallow in it, you will go deeper, and before you know what is happening, years have passed, months have passed, weeks have passed, and you are just there. You are just moving from one thing. You are not moving at all. You are just dancing in the same every day, in the same vicious circle. But no more. Now we know that we can actually use the stress, we can use the pressures to begin to move ahead. So how do we begin to harness pressure? How do we begin to harness? How do we begin to use it for that positive change that we want in our lives? First of all, embrace it. Help me write in the comment section. Embrace it. It's part of your journey. The pressure, the stress is part of your journey. You are alive. You are in this world. By that very fact alone, pressure is going to be part of it. Inflation going up and down, different things happening in the whole world is true. At work, in your family. So pressure and stress are going to be part of your journey already, because you are alive and you are in this world. There's no denying that. So what are you going to do? Embrace it. Embrace the pressure. Acknowledge that it's there. Acknowledge that the pressure is there. Acknowledge it. Nino says, stress should push you out of your comfort zone. Yes, absolutely. So embrace the pressure, embrace the challenge. So, but what you want to do is acknowledge it. Acknowledge it. Don't live in denial that no, nothing stresses me, nothing pressures me. No, the pressures are there. You are going to go through them, but you are going to acknowledge them, that yes, I acknowledge that this thing is here. This is a stressful situation. This is a pressure situation. Maybe you have deadlines to meet, and many times you should also be aware that many times we create the pressure, we create the levels, the high level pressure situation, we create them by ourselves. And what do I mean? Sometimes maybe at work you have a deliverable and you are given a month to deliver on a certain task, and then you had a month, oh, I have time. Oh, 1 week has passed. Oh, I have 3 weeks. This thing, if I sit down with it, if I give myself 1 week, I finished it. And next thing is 2 weeks. Oh, next thing, okay, no, if I give myself 3 days, now I'm looking at it, 3 days. Before you will know what's happening, you have entered into a high pressure situation. Why? Because you didn't do what you were supposed to do when you were supposed to do it. This is what Steve Covey in his book calls, when we don't prioritize the important things, they become urgent and they begin to act on us. So when something becomes urgent, I digress a little, but I just thought to mention, when something becomes urgent, it now acts on you. But when something is important, you act on it. When something is important, you act on it. When something becomes urgent, it acts on you. And many times, The important things, when we ignore them, when we do not do them, when we do not act on them, when we are supposed to act on them, they become urgent, and they begin to act on us. And what we do is that we create high pressure situations for ourselves. So there are some things that we are actually in control of. You can control those situations when you by taking action when you are supposed to take action. Then you are able to at least minimize the level, the intensity of the pressure situation. So that is within your control. But you must know that, okay, settle it in your mind that pressures are part of life. I'm going to experience these pressures. They are going to come whether at one point or the other. The level of the degree of intensity also will vary from one situation to the other, from one person to the other. And so know that I will embrace the challenge. Then in your mind, you begin to reframe pressure as an opportunity for growth. Reframe pressure as an opportunity for growth. That means that you want to be able to say, in this situation, what can I learn? What lessons can I draw from it? What lessons can I draw from it? So, for instance, with the example that I gave, somebody was supposed to do a task in 1 month, and you didn't get it done till maybe a day to submission. And then all of a sudden, you are under immense pressure. Maybe next time, you now tell yourself that, oh, I will not allow myself to get into this situation where I'm under so much pressure. So you take action when you are supposed to take action, but you must begin to see every pressure situation as an opportunity for growth. Practice a growth mindset. That's view every challenge as learning experiences. You must be able to learn. And I said that on our personal development journey, a huge chunk of that journey is about learning. If you are not learning, you cannot grow. If you are not learning, you cannot grow. And learning will come from diverse ways. You can learn in a session like this. You are learning. You can learn from books. You can learn from your experiences. That is why I encourage journaling. In fact, in the Be More Accountability Bootcamp, which is another expression of the Advanced Lounge, which is a coaching and a mentoring system that we have developed to take the participants through 12 weeks of structure and support to help them to move from where they are, to where they see themselves being. So we take the participants through, that 12 weeks, and I tell them, in that 12 weeks, from the first day, you begin to journal. Journaling is a consistent part of the bootcamp routine. You must journal every day, and journaling has what it helps you to do. You will learn from yourself, which is one of the ways that we'll learn. You will learn from yourself. So in harnessing pressure, you must enter into a growth mindset where you are seeing every challenge as an opportunity to learn. Learn from your experiences, learn from the experiences of others, but you must see every challenge, every pressure situation as an opportunity to learn, to have those learning experiences that you can begin to use for if in the future. So this thing about once bitten, twice shy, yes. So you will learn so that next time you are able to navigate better. It will just be it will be a disaster if you allow the same thing to keep happening to you all over again. That means you are not learning at all. And it will be unfortunate that you keep going through the same situation, and you are not learning anything from it, and then you keep allowing it to happen. But what we are saying this evening, that for you to be able to harness that pressure for positive change. Remember, that's what we're talking about. To harness that pressure, to make it to work for us, for our personal transformation, is that you begin to use every situation, every pressure situation as an opportunity to learn, to take lessons, to take those learning experiences, so that you can inculcate them, you can use them, in the future. You can use them to be able to navigate in the future. Yes, I see your comment. Nino says, when something is important, you act on it, and when it is urgent, it acts on you. Absolutely. Funke says, embrace and acknowledge pressure as an opportunity to learn and to grow. Absolutely. Absolutely. The next thing you want to do after embracing that challenge, embracing that pressure, is that you want to prioritize and you want to focus. Use pressure to sharpen your focus on what truly matters. What truly matters. Don't allow that. Use that pressure. you have entered into, so use it to understand, okay, what truly matters, what am I supposed to do now, and what am I not supposed to do. Use it to sharpen, to be able to prioritize. So you're under pressure to do this, to do this, there is this, there is this, there is this. That is the point where you are beginning, well, you are going to now bring your tools, you're going to bring everything you know about prioritizing. And I say, when you're able to prioritize, you know, the Pareto's principle about the 80-20 rule, 80-20 rule, use your time to focus on 20% of the tasks that will give you 80% of the result. Use your time. You know, we have all these things that we want to do. Many of them are not as important as the others. So focus on the 20%. There is this one task or two things that if you do, you will know that it will give you you will consider your day to be 80% successful. So when you are under all those pressure, or you are in that situation, you are able to say, okay, focus on this, do this now and get out of the way. Do so. What that situation teaches you is that it helps you to be able to prioritize and to focus. So use pressure, use it. When you enter into that kind of situation, you want to now step back a little and say, okay, what do I need to get done now? What do I need? If I do two things, in fact, I think it's Brian Tracy that teaches that you write down everything that you want to do. Write down everything that you want to do. You are under pressure. There's so many things. You are only one person. You are neither here, you are neither there, you are doing this. Write everything down, and then choose one thing that if you do out of everything that you've written down, you will consider your day to be successful. Then do it immediately. When you are done, choose the next thing, and that will help you in prioritizing and in focusing. Because you have written everything down, you will now choose the one thing that you consider, that you know that if you do this thing now and you get it out of the way, you have removed maybe 50% of your pressure. Then get done with it. Many times people make the mistake of, okay, when you have written plenty things, then you want to start doing the small things so that you can tick off as many things as possible off your list. That is counterproductive, because you may have a list of 10 things, you may do 5 or 6, but there is that one that if you would have done it, it would have covered all those things. You would have felt, you would have gotten the results more than all the other things that you have done. Those other small things. Don't make the mistake of focusing on the small things. Focus on the big ticket things that will give you the biggest results. That way you will see that you remove more of the pressure and you get more of the results. So use pressure to prioritize and to focus. Use pressure to sharpen your focus on what truly matters. And then you want to break down your task into smaller, more manageable steps. So no matter how big or overwhelming something is, and it's giving you that pressure, it's giving you that sleepless night, when you break it down into smaller, you are able to manage it easier and get it done. Another way to harness pressure for positive change is to strengthen your resilience by practicing self-care, seeking support, and maintaining perspective. So self-care, very, very, very key. Don't allow yourself to get swallowed by something. Many times people think that asking for help is going to show that they are weak. No, asking for help helps you to remain strong. Asking for helps you to remain, helps you to get the result. So ask for help. When you need help, ask for help, and you are able to use also that pressure to maintain perspective. How do you now turn stress into personal power? You have to have shift from seeing stress as a threat to seeing it as a tool. In all that we are saying this evening, your mindset is very key. In fact, it's one of the key things on your journey of personal growth. That is why in the boot camp, in the Be My Accountability boot camp, we teach, there's a master class on the power of mindset and of thoughts. Very, very key. Very, very key. We underestimate the power of your mind. The mind is a very powerful tool. The mind is a very powerful resource that we have at our disposal, that you can use it to begin to change things around you. And we have a whole master class in the boot camp. I encourage you, if you are not already registered, please register. The details are scrolling on the screen to get into the Be More Accountability Bootcamp. We are about to round up on the cohort session now. In fact, tomorrow is their masterclass 11. So we're about to round up. The next cohort of the Be More Accountability Bootcamp starts on September the 30th. That will be the last cohort for this year. So you want to get into that system, that guidance system that will give you the structure and the support that you are able to grow systematically. You are able to grow through a structure and see yourself changing and transforming from where you are now and growing through a process. So I encourage you to get into that system and invest in yourself. See it as a gift to yourself. And I know that many times when we get into the end of the year, people say, oh, the year has almost ended, the year has ended, the year has not yet ended. Take that 12 weeks and finish the year strong, and set yourself on a path of growth and of transformation, a path that you will see yourself becoming better and better. You know that somebody said that the things that you are looking for, they are actually also looking for you, but not just this version of you. So you want to be changing and transforming and growing and evolving into a better version of yourself, so that you can begin to enter into the realms of success, that are meant for you. And success is meant for you. Some people say that it's not these kinds of things, they're not for people like us. No, don't say that. These kinds of everything that is available to human beings in this world is also available to you, but you know that there is work to be done. You need to work on yourself. You need to grow. You need to transform. You need to evolve into the person that is able to handle some of the things that are meant for you. So a shift in perspective is very, very key. Shift from seeing stress as threat. Many of us see stress as threat, but you see it as a tool for your transformation, and something that you can use, to turn stress into power for personal transformation is to stay mindful. Some techniques: staying mindful, stay present. Many of us go about, we are absent-minded. I think it was James Hardy in his book Compound Effect that said that many people are sleepwalking through life. Don't sleepwalk through life. Be present, be mindful. That thing that you are here, you are there, you are, oh, you no. If you are here, be here. Be here and be mindful, be present, know what you are doing in the moment. Many of us, even when we are eating, you are doing phone, you are eating, you are not mindful, you cannot get the best out of each moment. So you are able to manage that stress by staying present, and by staying present, you're able to also reduce your anxiety. Another technique that you can use is to organize your time. Many of us don't plan our days, we don't plan our time. This is another thing that people in the boot camp will also attest to. We tell you, you need to plan your day. If you don't plan your day, you will hear things like, I'm overwhelmed. I'm overwhelmed. I'm overwhelmed. In our seller store, we have lots of resources for you. You can check out our seller store. We'll drop the link in the comment. You will find a planner. The planner was created specifically for you, to help you to plan your day with time blocks. By the time you're able to plan your day, it puts you in control. Remember when we started this session, I said you are in control, and you wrote it for me. You are in control. You are in control of everything, especially your time. You are in control of everything, especially your time. Many times we are feeling stressed. Why are you feeling stressed? Because you didn't plan your day. You didn't plan your time. So anywhere, anything just goes. Next thing, you are just running helter-skelter to catch up. You are playing catch up because you didn't plan your time. And then you can remove some of that unnecessary stress. You can turn that into personal power by planning your day. When you plan your day, you remove unnecessary stress. Remember, it's not that you are eliminating it. You can't eliminate it. We have already settled that fact that this is a part of our journey. But what you are trying to do, you are trying to stay ahead. You are trying to stay in charge. You are trying to stay in control. One of the ways is a hack. Is that you need to plan your day. Try it tonight. I told you that anytime you come into this webinar, you are not going to go away empty-handed. In fact, if you want to start to course correct today, right now, as you are hearing me, you can begin right now. You can begin right now. And I want to challenge you just tonight, before you go to bed tonight, plan your tomorrow. Plan your tomorrow. Write it there. I'm going to wake up. Tomorrow's date is 13th September 2024. Write it at the top of the page. Just get an exercise book or a sheet of paper. Right? I'm going to wake up 5 a.m. or whatever time you want to wake up. Write it there. 5 a.m. to I wake up. 5 to 6, I do this. And plan it all through. Does that mean that everything will go perfectly the way you have planned it? It doesn't mean that, but it gives you a certain level of control, knowing that you have a plan. So even when things don't go exactly the way you want it, it's easy for you to pivot. It's easy for you to just change. It's easy for you to move things around and still be in control. What you are trying to do is that you are trying to remove unnecessary stress. Unnecessary stress. Another thing you can do to manage, to transform stress into physical power, is to use exercise to channel that stress positively. Remember, we're trying to use stress and pressure for our personal transformation. So when you feel stressed, you can engage in physical activities to be able to channel that stress and ease it out. And the next thing, okay, let me check on you guys. Yes, thank you so much for being here. Nino says, do 20% of the things that will give 80% of the results. Absolutely. Ilyasu says, indeed, mindset is key in growth projections. Success is meant for me. Absolutely. I agree with you 101%. Success is meant for you. It's not meant for people out there. It's meant for us, and we are taking it. One says everything available in the world is meant for you. Yes, anybody that says otherwise, we no agree for them. Everything available in the world is meant for you. Nino says plan your day. Yangi says plan your day. Yes, Ilyasu says I will plan my day. Absolutely. Let's try that this evening. Plan your day. You will see, you will have a certain level of confidence and control over your day because you had a plan. So next we're going to be talking about the growth zone. So you need to be able to move from your comfort zone through the fear zone into the growth zone. Remember, we said that stress wants to keep you in that comfort zone. I mean, I know a lot about the comfort zone. For years, I was in the comfort zone. I allowed the stress to swallow me. No, everything was, if you see me, everything was okay, oh, but I will use the stress, it will swallow me. All I was doing, I was Netflixing and chilling. I was scrolling endlessly. In fact, the first day I heard my friend say mindless scrolling. You know how you just sit mindlessly, you be scrolling on social media and all that. Many times we use we allow ourselves to use wrong channels, of letting out our stress. But what we're talking about this evening is to be able to use this stress on our personal growth journey. Use it for our good, to transform us on our personal growth journey. So we want to move from that comfort zone. Stress wants to keep you in that comfort zone where you just on AC, you are doing chilling is good. Please don't get me wrong, it's not that chilling is not good though, but don't allow it to be the only thing that we do. Many of us want only easy. We just want nice and easy, soft and easy. But I just heard something from Les Brown. He says, if you like only easy, your life will be hard. Good. He says, if you like only the nice and easy, your life will be hard. But if you go after doing the hard things now, that you will have an easy life. So it's not that every day you'll be about easy, about it. No, 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 no. Let's learn to incorporate the hard things as well, so that later you can now begin to enjoy the easy things, enjoy the later the later days are coming. So we want to be able to do the hard things now, so that later, when we are more older and stuff, we're able to do, the easier things. So we have tried to speak about some practical things that we would do. And I told you about your planning your day. I told you about staying mindful. I think about even doing exercises to be able to channel that stress. Instead of just using it, lie down in bed and chill, you can use it to exercise. That is also part of your personal development journey, because personal development covers at least 5 areas. It covers your mental transformation, your spiritual growth, your physical fitness. It covers your wealth, your work, your hobbies, and then it covers your relationships as well. So when you channel your stress into physical activities, you are taking care of a very, very good part of your personal development journey. So use stress, channel it positively into exercise. It will help you as well. Other things that you can do is daily reflection. We spoke about journaling earlier. So you want to evaluate how you handle your pressure or your stress. So today, for instance, how did your day go? Those pressure points you felt in the course of the day, how did you handle them? Learn from them. Those stressful situations you were in, how did you handle them? learn from them and be able to use what you have learned in the future, and then navigate better. That is part of using your stress and your pressure for your personal transformation. Also, you want to identify your triggers. What triggers you? What stresses you out? When you're able to identify what triggers you, then you are able to navigate better. So what triggers you? What makes you stressed? What stresses you? In the course of the day, your day starts, is all is going well. Then something happened. Something happened, then you became stressed. What happened? You need to be mindful enough to know when there was a change. You need to be mindful enough to know when there was a change. Your emotions also play a huge role. A huge role. Please, if you are not in the BMO accountability bootcamp, you want to get in there. In fact, in this cohort, we even had an emotions coach. An emotions coach. She came and taught the boot campers about emotions, about handling emotions, handling and where emotions come from, how your emotions are formed, and how everything about emotions. We're able to handle that in one masterclass. You want to get in there because your emotions play a huge role in how you begin to navigate some of these things as well. So you have to be conscious in the course of your day. What changed? What happened? What was the trigger? And then you begin to now say, okay, when this happens, I do this. When this happens, I do this. We're running out of time. I would have shared an experience. But you have to understand when this happens, what happened? Where did that change come from? Okay, so next time when this happens, then I have to do this. That will be your coping mechanism. Another thing you can have on your journey that will help you is an accountability system. You need an accountability system. That is why the boot camp, we call it the Be More Accountability Bootcamp, and it's very intentional. The system is an accountability system, and you have to take the responsibility to be subject to your accountability, the system that you are accountable to, because you know that it is something that is helping you on your personal growth journey. So you get into that system, you take advantage of the structure of the system, and then you subject yourself to that system, because you know that you want something out of that system. You want to be held accountable. Accountability is very key. In fact, there is a study that shows that you can meet up to 95% of your goals when you are in an accountability system, when you subject yourself to an accountability system. So you want to get into that kind of system that gives you that support, that gives you that structure, that gives you that guidance to be able to navigate some of these things. We have a faculty of coaches that take the boot campers through. We have classes, we have tasks, we have, in fact, it's just a whole structure. So a boot camper says that she said that the boot camp cannot be explained, it can only be experienced. So I urge you, the details are scrolling on the screen. Please get into the system. It will do you a world of good. And don't say the year has ended. The year hasn't ended. It's like, yes, it's almost ending, but you can take advantage. You can take those next 12 weeks starting from September 30th and do something different than you have ever done before. And when you do different, I'm telling you that you will see the difference. So take this to invest in yourself, invest in your personal growth, invest in your transformation, and see yourself all the better for it. So an accountability system, very, very key. And we have one just for you, where you will get the strategies, you get the support, you get the accountability, and you are able to transform your stress and your pressure into tools for success. Registration details are on the screen. Please take advantage of that. Well, okay, so now we are about rounding up. Time is fast spent, and we don't like these sessions to go more than an hour, so we're about to rounding up now. Oh, let me see if there are any questions in the comments. Okay, Linda says, stay present, organize your time as ways of working through stress. Tochi says, I will see stress as a tool, not a threat. Very, very, very key. Stress is not a threat. See it as a tool. Don't see it as something to be avoided. See it as a tool for your growth and for your transformation. So learn from your daily stress, learn from your triggers. Ilyasu says, I will channel my stress positively and I will exercise more going forward. Absolutely. Nino says, what are my stress triggers? Nino, you have to answer that question by yourself. So you see, a lot of your journey, I like to say that have a lot of potential. In fact, the greatness is inside of you. And in the advanced lounge, we have our tagline is think, plan, and act. You will have to go through that process. Everything is inside of you. What we do in the system, in the advanced lounge, in the boot camp, is to give you the resources, the tools, the support to enable you to go through the process where you are thinking, you are planning, and you are acting. I remember a boot camp are telling that the thinking is too much. Yes, because everything that everything you is inside of you, and you can only bring it out when you sit down in the place of reflection and the place of introspection, and you are just by yourself. And that is why many people are unable, because we're overstimulated. Many times people are on their phone, they are on their laptops, we are overstimulated. We even watch TV with phone. We are overstimulated. So you have to intentionally get to the place where you are sitting down with yourself, you are introspecting, you are reflecting, you are reviewing. Things will begin to come out at you. You will be shocked. But that is inside of you. So what we'll do in the boot camp, in the advanced lounge, is to give you the resources that will help you to think. But beyond thinking, you will get to plan. But beyond planning, you will get to take action, because the results will follow the action. Help me write in the comment section. The results will follow the action. The results always follow the action. So where you are not taking any action, don't expect any results. That will be the difference between A and B. If A is taking action and B is not, A will see results, B will not. It doesn't matter whether they are sitting in class right now. So we are in this session right now, and I said I challenge you guys to go and plan your day. Somebody can decide and take that and say, yes, okay, let me plan my day and get it done. Somebody else is here listening to me and doesn't do it. The difference between the person who does and the person who doesn't do is the result. The result will always show. So Nino, to answer you directly, your triggers, you are the one that knows your triggers, but you will have to sit down in the place of reflection and introspection to begin to draw, some of those things out. Thank you guys very much for being here. So in this session, we have seen the importance of viewing as stress and pressures as growth opportunities. That is what we have been able to do. We've been able to understand what is pressure and what is this stress, and be able to understand how we manifest it in the positive and in the negative, and how we cannot begin to harness that positive manifestation of expression of our stress to begin to use it for our growth and for our transformation. I don't see any questions in the comment section, so we will round this up now. Thank you so much for being here tonight on this session of the Advanced Lounge Weekly Live Webinar. We are here every Thursday at 8 p.m. to do this. Every week we are here. The sessions are free and they are for you, because we are considering everything that affects our journey of personal growth, everything that will help us on our journey of personal growth. We are here and we are considering it, and we are learning so that we can begin to grow and take action and begin to bring that value, from us into the spaces that we operate. So I want to thank you so much for being here tonight, this evening, at the Advanced Lounge Weekly Live Webinar. Thank you. We are here because you show up, and we are mighty glad that you have shown up. And I do hope that this session has been impactful to you. I do know that you have taken at least a thing or two from this session, and I urge you not to only hear, but to actually begin to put these things into practice, so that you begin to see the result in your lives going forward. Thank you so much for being here. If you are not in the Advanced Lounge community, we'll drop the links. Please get into the community, where we share enriching and engaging content every day to help us on our journey of personal growth. And then please also do get into the boot camp. We do this, we dive deeper in some of these concepts and some of the things that we have been teaching. We dive deeper. We cannot take everything within an hour, but when you get into the boot camp, we're able to do a lot of these things together. I'll begin to have that one-on-one sessions that will help you on your growth journey. The end of the thing is that we believe that you can be more. We believe that there are grounds to grow, there are grounds for you to take, and you can be more and you can do more. So do get into the boot camp to take advantage of everything that we have in the boot camp for you. Thank you so much. My name is Tracy Akpera. I'm a personal success coach. Thank you for being here. I will see you in the lounge. I'll see you at boot camp. And I'll see you next week, Thursday at 8 p.m. when we come again to take another edition of the Advanced Lounge weekly live webinar. Thank you so much and do have a blessed evening. Bye now.